Welcome to a new video. Today I have the pleasure to present you a great scent. This is L'Homme Idéal PARFUM. In here you have the Extreme. This is my bottle of L'Homme Idéal Extreme, but I got a sample from a good friend on Parfumo, and I have here a sample of the new parfum. You can see it's quite similar in color with the Extreme, so I'm quite excited to present this new scent to you. This is a new flanker for L'Homme Idéal, the same as Extreme, which is my favorite from their men's line, and I'm very excited about it. So far I have not tried it. This is a new sample in here. This is basically the first time I will smell this parfum. Maybe it's a bit different than how the L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum or L'Eau de Toilette are, because in here you will also have a note of Amaretto, you'll have musky notes, leathery notes, and the Patchouli, which is also present here. So if you'd like to learn more about this, then please stay tuned. I have here a sample. As you can see, this is quite full and it's very well done by my Parfumo friend. I will spray it, tell you the notes and tell you how I think this is in comparison to my favorite L'Homme Idéal Extreme, and if it's worth the high price which Guerlain is asking for this new release or not. So let's see. The first thing that pops out is the leather. Leather, Amaretto is there, the Patchouli. But you know what? It reminds me very much of L'Homme Idéal Extreme. So there are no boozy notes into this release. So into the parfum, there are no boozy notes mentioned, like rum in this one. But it does remind me a bit of this one. Yeah, I will spray this one on the other hand to have a comparison. Here I have the parfum, and here I have the Extreme. Yeah, the Extreme is stronger. Has a gorgeous note of Amaretto mentioned by Guerlain on their website. If you ask me, I think it's either the coumarin, which is basically smelling like almonds, which is a part of the tonka bean, or they use some tonka bean extract. And this gives the Amaretto note because it's very almondy in the same way as the Eau de Parfum was. And it's very smooth. So the parfum, it's a very smooth scent which doesn't pop very much. The Extreme, yeah, the Extreme is very playful, very sweet, very outspoken if you want. At the beginning smells a bit like Extreme, but after a minute they just go different ways. So forget the Extreme comparison. This is still my favorite from Guerlain, but let's see if it will stay so. Yeah. Guerlain had a very weird strategy for this scent, I must say. So they raised the price a bit. So the official price for the parfum is 150 euro in Europe, and the Eau de Parfum, the previous one, the Eau de Parfum, is 125. So just 25 euro as official price is more expensive. And if they raised the perfume oil concentration, then it's a good to pay the extra premium for what you get. So you can say that is a perfume from L'Homme Idéal line. It is synthetic sweet. The perfumer behind it is Delphine Jelk. I like what Delphine Jelk is creating for Guerlain lately. The Extreme is my favorite ever, like I said. I will give this more wearings through the days and see if it's worth to get a bottle or I am satisfied with my Extreme. My Extreme is lasting quite long, so I expect also this one to be a long lasting scent. If it has even more perfume oil, means that obviously it will be longer lasting, but my Extreme is enough for my requirements. So if it's at least as long lasting as Extreme, then it's a good thing. And Guerlain also released Vetiver and Habit Rouge. So Vetiver Parfum and Habit Rouge Parfum. I like very much my Habit Rouge Privé, which I also have a review for. and I don't think there is any need to extend into those ones. So like maybe I will try them in the future, but I was only curious about this L'Homme Idéal Parfum. To be honest, for a vetiver parfum, even if it's extremely good and so on, 150 euro, the official price, I think it's a bit too high for a vetiver. I mean, yeah, it's nice, but please let me know in the comments, what do you think, if a vetiver parfum is worth the high purchase price, because you can be as well served with the eau de toilette. It's a great vetiver scent from Guerlain anyway, that one. So this reminds me very much, after a few minutes, of Tonka Imperiale. Not one-to-one, but it has this nuance of Tonka. So this leads me to believe that the Amaretto note, which is mentioned in this scent, really comes from Tonka bean. I wonder why they didn't mention it on the notes, on the official notes. So I would replace Amaretto with Tonka bean or Coumarin. So yeah, I expect this scent to come down in price in the next weeks, months, and when it will be on the 100 euro or $100 mark, I think it's a good purchase. As you can see, and I show you again, it has a dark color in the same way as the Extreme has, which is an eau de parfum, so eau de parfum and parfum. And if I look inside, it's quite thick. So it might well be that it's not just called parfum like many houses are doing right now, and it does have more perfume oil. The question is, do you really need it? So for me, as example, the Extreme still stays my favorite from the men's line from Guerlain as of now. Let's see, maybe I will change my mind in the future, but yeah, who knows. It's smooth, it's manly, it can be worn in an office, definitely, it can be worn on a date. It's a mysterious, feel-good, beautiful, attracting you to the person wearing it scent, and I think it's a good strategy from Guerlain to offer these 3 great scents from the line with a higher perfume concentration. Amouage is doing this, releasing each 2 or 3 years an extrait de parfum for their main sellers. Guerlain decided to launch 3 at once. What does this scent remind me of? Like if you spray L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum and then a few minutes later you overlay it with Tonka Imperiale, this is what reminds me of. What about longevity and sillage? Well, the sillage is stronger on the L'Homme Idéal Extreme, but I expect it to be like within 1 to 2 hours maybe of sillage if you overspray a bit, like 4 or 5 sprays. And longevity, I don't expect less than 8 hours, so the normal longevity for such a scent, and I think it's enough. So from longevity and sillage, I wouldn't worry too much about this new release. What about versatility? Well, at least as versatile as the Extreme. So wherever you were thinking that you could wear the L'Homme Idéal Extreme, the L'Homme Idéal Parfum would also be very well suited. Seasons, yeah, most likely in the colder seasons would be okay, but with only 1 spray under the shirt, maybe also in the summer, because it seems to be like a thick, sweet, gorgeous almond scent. So funny thing, now after I sprayed it a bit, let me respray. The initial spray, so now when I sprayed, I felt a lot of leathery notes. So these leathery notes are really from the start. Yeah, leather, Amaretto, a bit of musk in the back, but very, very, very faded in the back. So it's a stronger L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum with the almond note tweaked to be stronger also, and added some leathery notes, which I think is great. If you liked the L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum, you'll definitely like the Parfum. If that one wasn't your cup of tea, this one will not change your opinion about the scent, because they are in the similar category. As a score, because I like very much the L'Homme Idéal line, this for me is a 10 out of 10. The Parfum, it didn't blow me away. I'm not like, oh my god, a bottle should follow because it's so awesome, and it's a safe bet. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video about the new L'Homme Idéal Parfum. I hope to see you soon on the channel again. Stay healthy. Bye guys.